different when it comes to investing. Investing is extremely personal, right? So when I used to be a financial advisor, one of the first things that we would ask our clients is, hey, what's your risk tolerance and how long do you want to be investing for? Are you the type that's okay with really big risks and big swings in your account, or do you just want to see it steadily grow over time? And this is something that you should definitely ask yourself before investing. I would say the index fund strategy is very good for a beginner investor that's on the younger side. However, if you are nearing retirement, let's say in 5 years, you might not want to invest in index funds because they could be too volatile for you. And the reason is pretty simple, is that if you're about to retire in 5 years, you need all the money that you can possibly get your hands on, so it doesn't really make sense for you to risk your money in the market. Now compare that to someone who's 20 years old who has 45 years left to retirement. That person might have a higher risk tolerance because they have more time to kind of F up and mess up, because even if they do mess up, they have more time to recover. So the basic gist here is that if you are earning a consistent income, you should be setting aside a portion of that income and consistently investing over time. Again, the average return for the market is typically around 8 to 10% a year in the S&P 500. But as you saw in my earlier example with the S&P 500 graph, that there are periods of time, stretches like 8 to 10 years, where it might trade flat or you might actually lose some money. I would say for the majority of people watching, an index fund that tracks the S&P 500 is the way to go. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, could the stock market ever go to zero? Well, historically, based on all the data, it probably will not go to zero. Like, for the stock market to go to zero, basically all hell has broken loose on planet Earth and all of our financial systems have collapsed. So if the stock market were ever to go to zero, let's just say we would have way bigger problems than just the stock market being zero. I'm sure money would have no value at that point. However, I'm not gonna rule it out. Like, there might be a 0.0000001 chance that it ever happens. I never wanna say never on this channel, so never say never, Justin Bieber.
J Smith and JB.
But I don't think it's gonna happen, so is that a realistic risk that you should be worried about? Probably not. Okay, in terms of where to invest your money within what type of account, you usually wanna do it in a retirement account or a brokerage